Hey, here's what's coming. We're going to do a webinar on one of the three major things that interfere with family success. I kind of have in my understanding a bit of a trinity, triangle, a threefold aspect of what makes families work and don't work. Jody and I have been married 32 years. We have 5 kids. They range up into their later 20s down to 17, and we've kind of been through it all. All's unfair. We haven't, well, we did, I was going to say we didn't lose a child, but we did have a miscarriage. It was really tough on us. We had a child with cerebral palsy. We've had ones with learning challenges, etc. But here's how it goes. In your family, there are three things that are going to be the trouble spots. One is relationships. And so if relationships don't work, we have an issue. The other is education. If learning and classes and education or schooling or homeschooling is not working well, then that creates a bit of a challenge for getting your child ready to move on to be a productive citizen. The third part of the three is behavior, and that is our children learning how to do what they need to do. Do we have a lot of griping, a lot of complaining, a lot of frustration, or just no results? You know, when you say things like, well, we chasten her or discipline her or do something and it doesn't have an effect, well, technically you're not actually disciplining her if it's not having an effect. And rather than psychobabble or even sometimes Bible babble, you know, some people quote scriptures and don't really understand what they're quite aiming at. We take a kind of a behavioral and systems approach. There could be a lot of things causing the problem with your child, but what we found is there are 4 questions we've been asking for over 20 years when we run into behavior challenges. And when you go through these 4 questions based on all the development of material and the one, or rather the absolute quickest way to help your child change, these questions help unfold a strategy for helping your child in a context where her behavior, his behavior, happens to be what you want. And so you learn how to use their behavior to reveal to you what's going wrong so you can create a new strategy so you can provide the way for the child to really learn. Because all we're really talking about is learning. It's not about horrible punishments or crazy rewards or bribes. It's talking about understanding human behavior and seeing most of the challenges that you've got with the child is involving these 4 questions. What we're going to do in the webinar is explain how this works. We're going to give some examples, probably take some questions from folks that call in, and we'll just have a good time. I'm going to show you exactly how we've approached and how for 25 plus years I've counseled people to understand what's going on with their children so they can devise a new strategy to help their child become the young man, young woman they want them to be. Hope you join us. Bye-bye.